Hey family, what's up to my queens? What's up to my kings? What's up to my brothers and sisters? Greetings, greetings. I welcome you all in love and light. Giving all honor to the Most High God, the infinite creator, source of all things, source within. I thank you for checking your sister out. I want to speak on a couple of things, all right? Today I dropped my son off, and but before I had dropped him off, I was, just playing with my cards and just giving my own self a reading. And one of those cards was let me know how I need to start quieting my mind more, because I'm always, seeking and asking for clarity in my life. And I'm being told, okay, you're asking, but, you need to still that mind and remove the clutterness, that's the chit chat, Basically, we got to quiet our mind so we can hear clearly, what the Spirit is trying to tell us. And then, like I said in my past videos, a lot of times the signs, comes in many, many ways, like a feather, or somebody might say something that you need to hear. Maybe you might be watching me and it's no coincidence today, for instance. Or I might just say something that you need to hear today. You hear something on the radio, watching TV, and somebody might just say something that might just click, It might be like, that's the answer, that I've been seeking. Yeah, okay, I've been asking for it, and it's weird how I end up receiving the message, but you never know how you're gonna receive the message, basically. So I'm being reminded myself, right? Quiet this mind, It's a lot of chitty chat going in there. We're trying to get something to you, but you gotta, quiet that mind so you can hear clearly. So anyway, so that's the message I got for myself today. So as far as me receiving this message, I dropped my son off to work, and as I was coming home, I was listening to Steve Harvey because his show go off at like 10 a.m. I think, 10 a.m. And he ended his message saying, I hope I'm quoting this correctly. Never seek advice from someone who has never experienced where you're going. Never seek advice from someone who's never had experience of where you're going. And I'm like, wow, it just kind of stood out to me. It stood out to me a lot. It really did. It stood out to me a whole lot. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when I first came to my spiritual awakening, okay, I was seeking. I was having all these experiences. And, let me just say my world as I knew it was different, okay? Things around me was changing. I was seeing differently. I was feeling differently. And I want a little bit of confirmation, all right? So I started to dig. I started to go on YouTube. And I was pretty much mostly watching a lot of people who were speaking about the things that they were speaking about the topic, things that I was experiencing, but they have never had no experience. These were people who were doing a whole lot of research, all right? They were doing a lot of research, especially about the third eye. They were doing a lot of research, but they had no experience. And their main conclusion was, don't open it. They was pretty much speaking in the place of fear because of things that they were hearing about it. But due to the fact that they did their research, they was pretty much speaking of the pros and cons, all right? But I was watching a lot of that. A lot of people, just speaking on a lot of things, whether it be sun gazing, third eye, even, about psychics, because, a lot of my experiences, was pretty much like, even though I never say I'm a psychic, but I'm having experiences, as though you would think I was one. So, I want a little bit of confirmation, what's going on here, because, I know how people perceive psychics as being witches and, this is witchcraft and blah, 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 blah. People have the right to their opinion. So my video is pretty much, this is a non-judging zone, but I'm just pretty much giving you an idea of, when I was seeking, I pretty much, 'cause back then to me, and I think it was like, for me, really, it was about, 3.5 years ago, it was a lot of people that had videos that they was speaking from a place of, they was talking about these things, but they ain't had no experience. It's pretty much just speaking from a place of just research. That's all you saw was research. There's nothing wrong with that, because a lot of people, a lot of things they was talking about, they end up getting this information from people who wrote about these topics, and they talking about it, or somebody like me, or somebody like many of you who are putting a testimony out, and they're speaking about their experiences. They're bold enough to put themselves out there to talk about their experiences. So people like that who doing research, they'll watch your videos and get a little insight, and then they'll make their own videos and they'll talk about it, but they ain't had no experience. All right, so you get what I'm going with this. So of course, me, I'm starting off and I'm watching people's videos, and I don't mind the research. It does help a little bit, but I want to know your point of view from a personal perspective. I know what I'm experiencing, but I want to know, what are you experiencing on a personal level? Research is research. Okay, I got that, but what's going on with you? How are you dealing with the situation? How did you overcome this negative situation? Because it's, no matter what we go through in life, it's good and bad, yin and yang. How did you overcome this situation as far as mastering it and turn it around for your highest good to be a blessing to somebody else? That's really what I was looking for. But I'll pretty much just get a whole lot of research. And bless them. It's a space, it's a place for everybody. Okay. And then I end up coming across people that were very authentic. Okay. I just felt this in my spirit. They were very authentic. energy doesn't lie. They were definitely having an experience, and they were speaking from their experience, shall I say. And some of them would come out kind of cocky. Okay, everybody's different. Okay, just because you have these experiences, it has nothing to do with your character. All right, your character is your character. Some people are more humble. Some people are more cocky. Some people, they speak about things, but they don't tell you where to get the sources from, shall I say. So you run to all kind of people. But anyway, that message that I received from Steve Harvey, it just brought back memories, how it was for me starting off, how, I have these experiences and I was seeking, and social I was finding, but in the beginning it wasn't really authentic, because I wanted to find somebody who, they don't have to look like me, but at least, I can resonate with them because they have an experience as well. So I knew I wasn't alone, and it just felt good knowing that somebody was out there, being bold enough to speak their truth, so that made me happy when I finally come across people who were, bold enough to do it. And they also prompted me to start making my videos. I'm like, hell, if they can do it, I can do it, It just pretty much, start worrying about what people think. Because people going to think what they want to think. And it's okay, everybody have a right to their opinions, Don't be so worried about, getting the negative comments, because that comes with it. Sometimes it has to be a balance. Everything can be good all the time, because people are not going to agree with you. But at least you're putting your truth out there, and you're being a blessing, and you're going to help somebody. And that's how I see it now, So that's pretty much, I still feel like that was for me. And I'm going to tell you another reason why I say that was for me also, that message. Let me tell you why. Because I don't really do Facebook, okay? I don't really care for Facebook. It's just something about it. It just so... That's why it's really good to stick with like-minded people who can relate to you, who know what you're going through. That way, if you watch a video, because it's something that you can relate to, and you go down in the comments, you can talk to other individuals who are just like you, and and it makes you feel good. But if you go on Facebook and you start speaking on topics that a lot of them if they, let me just say this, if they knew the real you, shall I say, the you that you are now, a lot of them would not be clicking likes on your comments. A lot of them would not be clicking likes on your pictures because they'll find you strange. For one thing, I know for me, let me just say that for me, when I'm on there, I'm pretty much just checking up on my family members, all right? And, maybe strolling down, just seeing, what's going on with some of my old classmates, people I went to school with. Some might say I'm just being nosy, but we all are nosy on Facebook. It is what it is. A lot of people put their just business and everything out on Facebook. It's very sad, but it is what it is. But when I'm on there, it's just something about Facebook. I find it to be so dead and so, it's not authentic. It's not authentic at all, because the fact that the Most High God gave me this gift, I know those who are authentic and those who are not. And what I mean by that, I can sense those who are being true to thyself, and I can sense those who are not. They put on a show, I don't know how their life used to be when people knew them then, but it's like now they want people to see, their glory now. Look at us. We got it going on. Look at my house, my car, my this, my that, my da. Materialistic, shall I say? They portrayed a whole lot of materialistic and all of that. I'm happy for anyone to be doing good, but that inner good is stemmed from within, and we all know that because we all on this spiritual path. Spiritual and materialism doesn't mix at all. But I know for myself, one must be whole within and feel good within. Outwardly, that's just projecting an illusion, to tell you the truth. But I had to, when I'm on there, I had to check myself, because I say to myself, well, when I'm on here, I'm not being true either, because none of them know the me now. I'm not that girl no more. That young lady that my so-called high school associates, I call them associates. I'm not that same person anymore. I'm a whole nother creature. I've changed. And, my higher self was letting me know during the reading, I need to be more true to thyself, to myself, just pretty much spreading my light. I mean, I'm not dimming my light, but spread it more. I can't imagine being on Facebook speaking about the things that I speak here, because this is my platform here to where I'm speaking to like-minded brothers and sisters. But on Facebook, for me to start sharing my videos on Facebook, I'm thinking, oh Lord, my family will start seeing my videos. My associates will start seeing, I call them associates, yes I do. My associates will start seeing my videos, and those pictures that I would that I would upload on Facebook, as far as like an update for them to see how I'm doing. A lot of that will cease, because a lot of them on that religious tip, and to each their own. I'm not here to judge nobody. A lot of them are on that religious tip. They put a whole lot of pictures about, they're pastor, pastor this, pastor that. I mean, if you know what I'm talking about, because I grew up in church too. I never been that religious, but some people didn't know. They're all about that church life, and that's okay too. Everybody's where they need to be. And then everybody just on a whole different. The atmosphere, the energies on Facebook is just totally different from where it is to me on YouTube. I mean, that's just my opinion, all right? Because I pretty much, watch videos that I can relate to and that interest me. So maybe that's why I feel that way. But, when you go on Facebook, you really open yourself up to a whole lot of stuff. But, so anyway, I have to be true to thyself, to myself. I'm going to start but see, I don't really do Facebook like that. But what I'm going to start doing when I do post, if I want to say something, I'm going to start being true to thyself, to myself, and I'm going to start speaking about vibration and frequency. How I'm going to do it, family, I got to pray about it first. Please know I got to pray about it first, because, I know my family. I see right now I can get a call, girl, you okay? Or I can, cause a lot of people look at, when it comes to frequency and vibration, I'm going to tell you this right now, because my higher self let me know, a lot of people who are religious, they look at stuff like that as new age. Okay, let me just say that now. You know, we talk about vibrational frequency. They look at that stuff as new age, and a lot of people don't want to be bothered with the new age stuff. But little do they know, it's not like I was seeking it out. You know, it's like it came to me. You know what I'm saying? How the Most High God works is how He works. But these experiences came to me. You know, I'm grateful for them. I'm humble. I embrace it. You know, I embrace it because to whom much is given, much is required. But I know that there are others, because my hearts have let me know there are others. They're on there portraying as well. You know, their post is pretty much, you know, just general like mine, but there are others on there that can relate to what I'm going through. They're like me, you know, they don't want to be criticized and judged. And, you know, like I said, I know my family, you know, I might get that one or two that might call me. Cause the words, you know, stuff do get around. And then a lot of those so-called associates that were once cool with me, they might think maybe I'm doing witchcraft, or like I said, how they perceive new age. You might think I'm falling away from the faith. I don't believe in God no more. I'm a psych, or I think I'm a psycho, or I'm a witch. You'd be surprised how people think. I mean, many of y'all know what I'm talking about. You'd be surprised, you know. That's why I try to make my platform here. I don't try to exert my beliefs, my experiences out on anybody. Cause the way I look at it, when you seek, so shall you find. That's just my opinion about it. But my higher self let me know I need to expand myself more. You know, I need to expand myself more, you know. So I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking about going ahead and start doing this, but I'm going to do it in baby steps. And there are groups on Facebook. I got to seek them out now. There are groups on Facebook that I can join. So I haven't really thought about it because I don't do Facebook like that. So I might check that out. I might and I might not. I got to pray about it. I pray about everything. But so that's what your sister's thinking about doing. Just sharing more of my light, all right? Because we all have a lot to offer. You know, we all have a lot to offer. Many of you have a lot to offer. You know, you're watching me, but many of you are just as gifted. I'm telling you, you're just as gifted. You got to start believing in yourself, all right? And like me, you know, I do believe in myself, but, you know, we still live in a time, you know, people doing a whole lot of judging. We don't supposed to be doing it to each other, but they're doing a whole lot of judging, because for one thing, they fear what they don't understand. And so how they label you is how they labeled you. But please don't worry about that, because it's not what they say, it's what you say. It's what you say you are, okay? Anything they say, if you don't agree with it, don't receive it. Don't receive it. All right, that's their opinion, and that's their opinion how they choose to perceive you. But that shouldn't affect you. Just don't receive it. You know who you are, all right, and that's all that matters. But like I said, I know those associates on there. I know them. You know, one minute they talking about a lot of God, and you know, one minute they have a lot of God posts on their on Facebook, on their live feed, and then the next minute they judging people, you know, talking about people. And I can't stand that wishy-washy flip-flop stuff. So I know that they'll drag me, but that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, you know, look at little Sheba. That's little Sheba, everybody. Look at that. This is my mom's dog. Well, she's our family dog. I'm not gonna say my mom's dog, but she's our family dog. But she just really takes to me more. I guess she just, you know, it's something about animals, you know, they know. It's something about animals. They pick up on your energy. They know. But, yeah, she comes to me several times during the day. Say, hey, Sheba. She's a Bichon. All right, baby. Go ahead. I just wanted to introduce Sheba. So let me say this real quick. But anyway, so as you know, I wasn't pretty much trying to call them out, saying, you know, they're not being genuine. I was calling myself out as well, because, like I said, my higher self let me know I need to start spending myself more, all right? So basically, I wasn't being as genuine as I should be, because they really don't know the real me that I am now. They really don't know. They don't know nothing about me being sensitive, being an empath, you know. a seer. They don't know all of that. And speaking on being a seer, lately I've been seeing a whole lot of people coming to me lately, and well, not coming to me. Let me get my words together. Not coming to me, but I've been seeing, when I close my eyes, I've been seeing a whole lot of people, lately, and I'm seeing them real good, as though it's like daytime. Not the old image how I would see them like Valley of the Shadow of Death. I've been seeing them like that too. Sometimes they're coming through like that, but I've been seeing a lot of people as though I am in their present, and it also as though I'm in the spirit, but I'm there and I'm observing them. I think that's very interesting too. These are people I don't even know, and but I'm in. It's like I'm in their presence. I'm observing them, and they're just going about their merry day, and I don't really understand why I'm seeing them like that. Just random people. I would see when I go within myself and I light up, it's like I get this image of just seeing people, and that's interesting too. I'm sure many of you are seeing a lot of people also. It's amazing, this world, all right, that's within inside of us, this universe. It's amazing. Like I said, these are things that people don't normally talk about, but hey, y'all come here, you heard it first. It's yeah. When it's open, it open up to a whole nother reality. I'm telling you that right now. Especially, like I said, you raise your vibration. And let me get back to this word vibration again. A lot of people who not used to that term vibration and frequency, a lot of people look at it, not us, we know, but a lot of people who don't know, they look at that as new age, and they have other, meaning for new age things. But I think a lot of people consider that being new age because it's not in the Bible, all right? But please be assured, there's nothing new under the sun. We all know that, all right? I'm not saying nothing new. But a lot of people are not being introduced to these. Well, they've been introduced to the word, but they haven't really been introduced to it as far as experience. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's one thing to hear something, but to have an experience is a whole nother thing. And they're going through it. They just not. They just not. Well, they just not. They're where they need to be. Let me just say that they're where they need to be. They're in the box. A lot of people feel comfortable being in the box, so let them be in the box. I don't force nobody to be out the box. People had to get to that place for themselves. Cause for me, it was one time I was in the box. And the thing I'm speaking about now would sound foreign to the old current. It would have sound foreign to me. Let me just say that. And I probably would have been like, girl, you on some cult stuff or what, because I know my intellect, how it was back then. But like I said, time brings on a change, and sometimes you have to go along with the change, because sometimes sometimes you have no, you have no control over it. We just change. I would have never saw this coming. Having these experiences, just having this sense of knowing and being sensitive to energy, seeing things other people don't see. I would have seen it. Now lately, I've been seeing apparition right before me. It looks like a silhouette of what's the best way? What's the best way to call it? It's a word I want to use, but I can't think of it right now. But sometimes I would just see an image of a person appear before me, and they look sort of like a silhouette of not smoke, but sort of transparent looking. I mean, it's hard for me to put words to it, but I don't see them in a physical form, nothing like that. But it's like I would just see, I would just see a person, just pop up before me. I see their face and everything, and then it would just, fizz out. Shall I say? I don't know. The word probably come to me. Many of you probably know what I'm talking about. You probably know what I'm talking about, but but I would see people, and I'm like, ooh, ooh, this is, getting a little freaky, but I'm not scared or anything, 'cause I'm always surrounded by light, and my home is blessed. I don't have any kind of activities going on in my home. I just see things, and I feel things too, but I definitely, sense things, that energy that's around me, whether I can tell when the energy shifts in my home. If it shifts, I can tell, I can feel it. But let me just say this real quick. A lot of you know I had put up a video that I said I can leave up for 7 days, right? And it's amazing when you start exposing darkness. It's amazing. See, and I know a lot of you probably didn't believe your sister, but that's all right. That's all right. I love you anyway. You don't have to believe me. Go within yourself. Get your own answer. Start meditating and start seeking out your higher self. You'll start getting your answers. You just start asking those questions. Now, how they going to come to you? Like I said, you're going to have to get to that still, quiet place. Get quiet, but the answers are going to come to you. You might hear a little still, quiet voice, or you might hear someone on TV, on the radio, but you're going to get those answers, all right? Because we always do from the universe. We always receiving the answers back to us. But... okay, like for instance, be like, I wonder it was cute, telling the truth, about, the things that she was receiving from her higher self, and just go within yourself and say you seek an answer for your highest good. You want to know the truth about what I was saying. Yeah, do it. And see if you're gonna hear a little quiet, still voice telling you yay or nay, yes or no. Or, go about your day and see what answers you get that's letting you know yes or no, whether you're watching TV. Oh, it's going to come to you. And some of you might have your own tarot cards. It'll come to you. But anyway, I'm through with that. But I just want to say real quick, it's amazing about when you start exposing darkness. That's why a lot of people don't like to do it, because you can be attacked. You can be attacked. Not saying you will be attacked, but you can be attacked. But like I said, always pray first. Always surround yourself with light. Before and after, all right, when you do it, going back to your merry way, because you are covered and protected by the Most High God. You have nothing to worry about. And I wasn't really all that worried. Once I got confirmation, I'm okay, just do this for these 7 days and let it go. That's what I did. But let me tell you something. I'll probably say maybe the second day. I'll probably say it might be the next day. After I did that video, I was at my daughter's school, right, sitting in the parking lot. I love to look up in the sky. And I never knew what I'm going to see, right? So I'm looking up in the sky, because I had my windows rolled down, and it was hot that day. I'm looking up in the sky, and I kid you not, I saw like, it looked like something black, metallic that was in the sky, right? And I'm looking at it, and it's sitting up in the sky, kind of moving like this. It just hovering in the sky, moving like this, right? Just moving around like this. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, what the? I ain't gonna lie to you. What the hell? That's how I was thinking. And I'm looking at it. And I'm looking around trying to see, because there's other people outside too, because a lot of them, they were just outside walking around because it was too hot to be sitting up in the car. I had my door kind of open. I had my windows down, but I had my door kind of cracked open too. So I'm looking up. And I'm looking around trying to see if anybody's seeing what I'm seeing. I'm like, is that a UFO? What is that? So what I did, I kept looking at it, right? And I said, well maybe, because, I'm always asking questions. I said, well, maybe that's a drone or something. I said, what is that? Because it was like straight ahead, as though it was like, the way it was high up, but it was like, it wasn't that far from me and from the other parents that were, car was parked. But it was looking though it was observing, But it was still, around us, but it was just up in the sky, And I'm looking. And I'm seeing it real good with my bare eyes. And the thing just sitting up there just hovering like this. It's like, it looked like a small black metallic object. And I'm just looking at it. Sorry about that, family. I have allergies. Sorry about that. I got to do a detox. Do a good detox. My allergies go away. And something inside of me said, well, maybe it's an angel. Now listen, angels are all around us, all right? But please know, when we speak of angels, you have the good ones and you have the not so good ones, okay? Always keep this in mind. Just because you say it's an angel Don't mean it's, you don't mean it's for your highest good. It don't mean that angel was for your highest good, all right? Because you have the higher realm angels and you have the lower realm angels, the fallen ones, all right? So I'm looking. I only saw one. And something inside of me said, surround yourself with light, which I do anyway. So I visualize, close my eyes, I visualize a light around me. All right. I said a quick prayer. Like, it's like something inside me said, you know, do this real quick. I said a quick prayer, and I looked at it. And if many of you been following me, I tell you sometimes I can see a light outside of me, right? The light that is within me, I can see it outside of me as well. So that light that I see, I start seeing it in the sky as well, right? It wasn't that far from it. So I visualized that light. As I was staring at the object, I visualized that light right there at the spot where the object was, all right? Now I'm ready to get to the point. So the object is here, and that light, it was bigger than the object. It was bigger than the object. I probably said, I think it was the color of yellow. I think at that time it was the color of yellow. The light that I saw within me was the color of yellow. So the object was here, and the light was here, smack dead in the middle of it. It's pretty much, that was my focus, because I was looking at it, right? And I said to myself, I looked at it, and I said, do you come in love and light? I kept looking at it. I said, if you're not of love and light, be gone. That's what I said. I said, if you're not of love and light, be gone. I said this inside myself. I didn't say it, you know, outwardly. I said, if you're not of love and light, be gone. I mean, I was dead on, like as though, you know, it was like a target, you know, though that light, you know, that I was seeing like a target. I said, if you're not of love and light, be gone. I don't know why I said it. It just came out of my mouth. I kid you not. The thing disappeared. It disappeared. I was taken back. I did like this. I sat up there and got in a meditative state. I closed my eyes so I can go within, get a little clarity. And I asked my higher self, was that an angel? It said yes. I said, well, I told it to be gone. I said, well, was it like a fallen angel? It said yes. I'm like, OMG. The moral to this story is, now, let me say this for one thing. I saw this twice. Let me hurry and tell you this again. Let me tell you this right here. After that day, about 2 days later, it could have been the next day or 2 days later. I was out here on my deck, right here, on the balcony, and looking outwardly. You know, just looking up in the sky. It appeared again. It appeared again, and I'm like, what the hell? You know, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't mean because cursing. I don't like doing that nasty cursing, but sometimes it pops out, so I apologize. I said, what the? You know, I'm thinking to myself, what's going on here? And I remember I had put that video out, right? Pretty much trying to expose darkness. And the point I'm trying to make is, you know, you never know how things try to shut you up, shall I say, or try to intimidate you because you're trying to expose. I don't mean say things, but maybe you know what I'm talking about. The dark forces try to shut you up because you don't want you exposing. I'm looking up at it, and I said it again. I said to myself, if you're not of love and light, be gone. I looked at it, I stared at it, and the more and see what the thing about it, for some reason, the more I stare at it, that light that was within me appears. It appears, and it goes right there with that target. It goes right there with the target, and the target zone is in the center, right? And that light within me is bigger than that. It's bigger than that object, whatever it was. Like I said, you know, I found out what it was, and it seemed like, it's crazy. It seemed like when the light I see within me, once it is engulfed inside of that, I'm still gonna call it a target. I'm still gonna call it a object because that's what it looked like to me. once it was engulfed inside the object, it seemed like the object was trying to get out of the field, as though it was like an energy field that it was trying to get out of. I kid you not, fam. That's how it looked. It looked like it wanted to get out of the energy field that I had it locked in because my gaze was on it. You know, this is something new. I'm not really sure exactly what this is yet. So that's why I don't really speak on it too much. This is my first time talking about it. It's interesting. It kind of makes you feel like you got some kind of powers or whatever, but I take no credit for nothing. I just look at it as though my, the higher forces at work. The higher forces are at work, because I didn't see any of my angels coming around as far as like those are like birds flying around. I didn't see any of that, but I saw that object. But I know that it couldn't get too close to me. That I do know, because it was a shield around me. Do I see the shield? No. But all I know is it was at bay. I could see it. It might have saw me, but it was at bay. It couldn't get to me. But when I noticed it, and I locked my eyes on it, all of a sudden, this light that I see would just pop up. And I see it, and I guide that light towards it. And once it's inside, and once the object was inside of it, like the object was doing like this, as though it was trying to, break free. And then there was time when it was able to break free, I guided that light source right back on it. And it was doing like this, and all of a sudden, it just faded out and disappeared. I thought that was very interesting. Glory to the Most High God. And you know what? I take no credit for it. I'm just sharing this with you. This is an interesting phenomenon. All I can tell you is, for those who are watching, we're not on 3D no more. All right. Some of you, a lot of us are on definitely on 4D, but I feel like a lot of us are starting to enter into this 5. I really feel like that, because things are really shifting. The world as I knew it is not the same as the old world before 3D. I can't relate to 3D no more. I cannot relate to 3D no more. 4D. 4D is in the middle, but the lower entities, they can still reach the 4D as well. All right. I feel like when you're at this stage, you really start mastering yourself. Start mastering yourself and learn new ways of protecting yourself, because please know these veils are going to get thinner and thinner and thinner. All right, they're going to get thinner and thinner and thinner, and the things that you're going to start seeing, you need to be able to get to that place of mastering yourself to know how to protect yourself. I say this with love, family, and God not giving us the spirit of fear, but a power, love, and sound mind. So we need to start exercising that. All right, start believing in yourself. Start believing in yourself. Exercise the power that is within you. Okay, because that's what your sister's doing. I'm telling you that right now. Cause please know those beings, they are strong, and they are these angels. Period. They are stronger than humans. Let me tell you that right now. Whether it be the higher and the lower one, they're stronger than humans. Let me tell you that right now. But please know that he that is in you is greater than he that is in the world. The Most High God's giving you a gift. I suggest you exercise it. I suggest you start worrying about what people think about you. All right, whether you want to let people know or not. But I suggest you start mastering yourself. All right, and see what else gifts that you have going with you, and start exercising them for your highest good. All right, especially to protect yourself, because when you get out here and especially when you start making your own videos, many of you know who you are. I mean, you know what you can do. But many of you not putting your own videos out. And you know why? Because you just like me, just the way I think about Facebook. Many of you feel that way about any of these so-called, sites, as far whether it be Facebook or YouTube. Many of you don't want to put yourself out there, but fear to what people, how they perceive you. You know what I'm saying? And I get that because here on YouTube, the way I see it, when people are seeking, so shall they find. And if you're seeking and you happen, the Most High God of the universe happen to bring you to me, it's for a reason. Maybe I'm saying something that you need to hear. But I still need to start expanding my light. All right, expanding my light more. Because there are things I'm speaking about now. There are people on Facebook need to hear it too. They need to hear it too. Even my so-called associates, well, 1 or 2 or 3, they need to hear it too. Cause they be like, dang, I didn't know my girl, was having these experiences like me. I might can't relate to all of them, but I can relate to something she's saying. I am so glad she's bold enough to put it out there. You feel me? So that's all I want to say, family. I'm going to end this video. I love you in Christ. I did want to share that with you. When you stopping your video and you start exposing darkness, be ready for a battle. Be ready for a battle. And I feel so good because, you know, that's confirmation for many of you. Oh, yeah. Your girl wasn't lying. There's a lot of government that keep it from us, but you know that already. Because many of you watch other people who put a lot of videos out. They're doing their research. Research is wonderful. Research. I'm grateful for those who post videos who, as far as based on research, because for many of you, you know, a lot of us wouldn't know the things that we know now. But it's nothing like receiving advice from someone who is experienced, that knows where you're going. Much love to you, my kings, my queens. Thank you for checking your sister out. Bye for now.